Okay, today we're going to look at minting on Qortal. So first we're going to start by looking at the code. And the best way to do that is to go to github.com/Qortal, right here. Okay, and then we go to the main page and then we go to the first project, which is just called Qortal, which takes us to the code of the Qortal core, the same code that you use to run your node. Okay, so here we are. We go to file and we're going to type in blockchain.json. And so we go here. This is where a lot of things are defined. And you scroll down about a page, and point out a few things that are important. Okay, so the batch size is 1,000. That's important. Um, Minting group IDs, that's important because in order to mint, you need to be in the minting group. And the minting group right now is ID 694. As you can see, this is a list of minting groups. It's a list of one, but in the future, we'll probably have more than one minting group. But for now, we have one. And what else is important here? Okay, rewards by height. This is important. So when Qortal launched, the first block had five quartz minted, and as time goes on, less quartz get minted per block. And so now we're at this time in the blockchain right here. So we are minting 3 quartz per block, and but really the coins don't get distributed every block right now. They get distributed every 1,000 blocks. And so we get 3,000 coins distributed for every 1,000 blocks. And that's how it works right now. And what else is important here is shares by level. We're on version 2 of that right now. And so I'll explain these numbers here in a little bit in a more presentable fashion. But I'm just showing you that you can go right to the code to see these numbers. Quora holders by the Quora holders share by height is also important. They used to get 20% and now they only get 1%. And in the future, they'll get nothing. What else is important? Um, okay, min accounts to activate share bin is 30. That's important. And share bin activation min level is 7. That's important. Blocks needed by level. That's also important. Okay, so I'm just showing you this is where a lot of the numbers that we're going to be looking at in a few minutes here. This is where they're initially defined. So we'll move on from the code. Okay, here are the different levels for minters and the share of the distribution that each level gets. Okay, so after you join the minting group and you start minting blocks, you have to first mint 7,200 blocks to get to level 1. And then you have to mint an additional 64,800 blocks to get to level 2 for a total of 72,000 blocks. And then you keep minting and you keep moving up levels, and this can go on for years. Still at this point, no one is at level 9 or level 10. So you'll see that 32% is allocated for levels 9 and level 10. Well, first here, let's roll back. So basically, 2 levels make up a bin. So basically, level 1 and level 2 make up bin 1, level 3 and level 4 make up bin 2, and so on. And so level 1 and level 2, they share the 6%, and then level 3 and level 4, they share the 13%, and so on. Okay, so when we get down to bin 5 or level 9 and level 10 are, no one is at that level yet. So that's 32% of excess. So keep that number in mind, and we also have 3% of excess at the bottom here. So we have 35% that are in excess. Uh, the people who joined from the people who joined Qortal from Quora at Genesis, they still get 1% of the rewards for playing that role. And so here we'll move on to the pie chart now. Okay, so on the pie chart you can see this is how it actually works out. This is how many minters were in the last reward distribution. So you'll see there's 25 minters for bin 1. And so they shared 6% of the reward distribution. That reward distribution's 3,000 quartz per 1,000 blocks minted. And yeah, the funny thing here is that there's 234 minters in bin 3 for the level 5 and level 6 minters. And even though they get 19%, they get a much bigger share than bin 1. There's so many of them. Actually, the level 1 and level 2 minters are making more than the level 5 and level 6 minters right at this point. So this is a great time to start minting. What else do I want to point out here? Okay, you'll see that there is, okay, so I pointed out that there was that 35% of excess. And so that excess goes to the admins. 17.5% goes to the developer admins, and then 17.5% go to the minter admins. And so these are two groups of accounts on Qortal. The developer admins write most of the code, and they sign off on all the updates. So they get an allocation, a strong allocation for that. And then the minter admins are basically the people who investigate and manage who gets the mint and who doesn't get the mint. And they have to do it in a way where, they're not, of course they're not doing KYC, they're not investigating people on that level. They're just basically they're in the chat rooms, and they're basically talking to current minters and potential minters and deciding who should be a minter and who should not be. And basically the criteria for being a minter is it's just only one person. A person can only have one minting account, and so it's up to the minter admins to figure that out. And so as you can see, this pie chart shows the distributions. The real thin one here is the Qortal holder bin, just to show that they're not really getting too much. And like I said before, they will be getting 0 in the future. Okay, so let's move on to Qortal Hub, and so I'll show you the two most popular minter apps and how you can become a minter. In order to run one of the Q apps I'm about to show you, you're going to have to add a property to your settings.json file. The property is right here. It's balanceRecorderEnabled, and you have to set it to true. I will put this in the show notes. And so basically, yeah, you'll have to add this setting. You'll have to restart your core, and you'll have to wait 1,000 blocks to get the recordings that you need to look at the Q Bubbles app that I'm about to show you. And if you don't understand how to add settings, you can look at one of my previous videos that's titled API Access on Qortal. Okay, so we're going to look at a few Minter-related Q apps now. I'm on Qortal Hub. I'm on the home page, and I'm going to go left to the apps. And the app I'm looking for is Q Bubbles. It is not one of the default apps, so I'm going to go to Library. And I will type it into the search box up top. There it is. I'm going to open it. Okay, so it's going to load. I'm going to go up to the left and put it in, give it the night theme because I just like looking at that more. Okay, so each bubble here represents a minter. There's hundreds of them. And so what we can do here, okay, so there's hundreds of mentors here for the last minting reward distribution. And so you get a good visual of how much is going on here. Now the bubbles are bigger because some mentors get more than others, obviously, because of the leveling. And so yeah, you can zoom in and stuff. But what I like to do is go up here on the right and look at the address list. And this will give you some numbers and some names. So you'll see that there's 11 dev admins, there's 22 Minter admins, and there's 412 Minters total. And you can do things like you can kind of scroll down here and you can look and you'll see this it goes in order of who gets the most minting rewards from top to bottom. And so what you'll first see is you'll first see the 11 dev admins, and you can go down here. And then what you'll see here is you'll get down through here and you'll get to the Minter admins. And so there's 22 of those. I'm going to click through these. And then you'll start seeing like level 8 Minters and stuff, or here's a level 7 Minter. And so yeah, he's towards the top as well. And so you could also type in names of various Minters if you want to look up certain Minters. So I'm just typing in John, and there's four Minters named John here. So this is something you can look at to see who's getting what in the minting rewards. And so we'll get out of here and we'll go to another Q app that I think is relevant. Actually, this is the most relevant one. So if you want to become a minter, you have to join the Minter group. And the Minter group it's a special group. It's not owned by anyone. It's considered to be null ownership, and it's run by the 22 Minter admins that we spoke of earlier. And in order to join that group, you need 40% of their votes, which I believe is 10 right now. So, and in order to get them to vote you into the group, you have to go to the Q-Mintership app, which I just clicked on right here. And so you go in here and you're going to want to go into Minter board. And you let the and so what you need to do is you need to publish a card. Now, okay, so when you come here, the first things first, you have to have a registered name, and you should wait about a month after you register that name. And during that month, you should do some things on Qortal just to show that you're a person. One of the easiest things to do is just join some groups and get active in the chat rooms. And another easy thing to do is to go onto um, you can go onto QTube and leave comments on the videos. They can be negative or positive, it doesn't really matter. You just need to leave some comments. Basically, you just need to show like proof of life, really, and that you're not a bot. And so, yeah, so what you do is you come here, and what you'll need to do is you'll need to publish a card to let people know that or let the Minter admins know that you want to be a Minter. So you hit publish a card, and you fill in the header, you fill in the content. If you have any links that show your activity on Qortal, you can put that in here too, even though it's not mandatory. And then over time, they will start reacting to your card and they will eventually approve of you or disapprove of you. And that's that. And so, and then once you get approved, you'll have to you'll have to add your minting key to your node so you can get started on minting blocks. And when you get to that point, you'll be familiar with the other Minter admins because they approved you, and you can go into the Minter Q chat group and ask them how to add your minting key to your node. So that wraps everything up for minting for now. Thanks for watching.